Everybody, how's it going today? Ian back here with you, Entertainment Examiner. Hey, I'm going to be reviewing the new movie Adrift. That's a new release that just came out this past weekend. If you're watching it soon after I post it, it is a true story of a woman named Tammy. And Tammy is played very well by Shailene Woodley. Tammy is a young girl, early 20s, who is in Tahiti. She's a world traveler, wants to see the world, kind of broke away from her family in San Diego, and doesn't really have a home and is pretty content with that. Working at the seaport, she meets a man named Richard, played by Sam Claflin, and soon after they develop a relationship and get engaged. And soon after that, Richard is asked by a couple he knows to he's paid by them as a job to take their ship from Tahiti back to San Diego. He agrees with this with Tammy aboard, and unfortunately, Hurricane Raymond is starting to brew in the ocean, and they unfortunately encounter it. And the rest of most of the movie is their harrowing months they spend on the water trying to survive. There's a lot about Adrift I liked and some I didn't like. The pros first, I thought that the performances by Woodley especially and Claflin were terrific. Both of them they really own these characters. They know who they want to be and what they want to be, and they both tell the story so effectively well, and you can see that the love that they create for these characters is there, and then you just feel everything, especially the scene which has been featured in the trailer where the ship is getting pounded by these hurricane force winds. In the cinematography by Robert Richardson, who I noticed on the credits, he's done cinematography for countless movies, is very effective and very well done here. I thought that the movie did well in its depiction of trying to survive and trying to find the joys in life when you don't know if you'll be living from one day to the next. I thought all that was done very well. The parts I didn't like was just more general issues. I just felt like there's been a ton of these types of Lost at Sea, fighting to survive movies. I thought of a movie called All Is Lost with Robert Redford, which I can show you here. I actually have. If you have not seen this movie, I highly recommend this one as well if you're into these kinds of movies. That's fantastic. It reminded me of that. It reminded me of other movies like it. Adrift is not told in a linear fashion, so it jumps around a lot, and I did not find that to be the most effective way. I think if they would have stayed with them being lost at sea for the entire second act, I think that would have been more of a more of a harrowing adventure than as you're just getting into one part and they jump to the next, and it's some movies and shows that works really well for. I just didn't feel like for this movie that worked very well. And I just didn't, I guess at the end of the day, I didn't feel that this movie it didn't grab me as much as I thought it would from the trailers, because I usually enjoy movies like this. However, the performances were very strong, as were the direction and the cinematography, as I talked about. So I'm kind of even keel on this one. So I'm going to give Adrift a C+, a 2.5 out of 4. If you like true stories like this, and it seems like something you would be interested in, definitely go see it. I think Shailene Woodley gives one of her best performances actually here, and it's worth it to see just for. I think the whole look of the film is really neat too. It just wasn't one that's very memorable a couple days after seeing it. So, but I if you see it and you enjoy it, that's great. Or you may have the same opinion I did. So leave me a comment down below and let me know what you thought about Adrift. It's PG-13 rated, I believe. That's all I have for this review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Unboxing videos coming next week. I'm super excited about that. And again, let me know what you thought about Adrift. Leave me a like and a comment, and I'll see you guys next time.